To answer your questions about kids and COVID is Dr. Kristen Moffitt, an infectious disease specialist at Boston Children's Hospital. Dr. Moffitt, always good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So are you encouraged so far by the pace of vaccinations for younger kids, be it either nationwide or here in Massachusetts?
I am encouraged by the pace so far. According to the CDC, almost 600,000 5 to 11-year-olds have received their first dose of the vaccine. That is a very good pace, and it's reminiscent actually of the early pace of vaccination when the Pfizer vaccine was first authorized for 12 to 15-year-olds. After about a month, we did see that taper off a bit, but that number has been steadily increasing as well. Now almost 60% of 12 to 15-year-olds nationwide are vaccinated, so we may see a bit of that pattern with the 5 to 11-year-olds. I would just point out to families, though, that we are seeing the impact of some increased cases in certain locations and even clusters leading to school closures, and just encourage families that the more eligible children that we can get vaccinated, the more that will contribute to reduction of spread in the community and should also contribute to keeping schools open, keeping kids in schools.
And of course we want that. So Dr. Moffitt, when it comes to kids, we know parents really take time to consider health choices. Are you hearing any common concerns from families as they look into whether they want to vaccinate their younger kids?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, the most common one is just that this is a new vaccine and that its safety track record is just not yet proven. And my response to parents with that concern is that while, yes, it is a new vaccine, it was a quite robust clinical trial that included several thousand 5 to 11-year-olds who safely and effectively received this vaccine. And then beyond that, we now have experience with millions of older children who have safely received these vaccines. There's ongoing and very robust surveillance of the safety of these vaccines, and they remain to show a very favorable safety profile in children. So I would just encourage families to keep that in mind.
All right, let's go through some of the other questions that might come up in this process. A lot of kids also getting their flu shots right now. And we know it's okay for adults to get both vaccines at the same time as long as the injection sites are farther apart. What would you tell parents of kids? Get the flu shot and the COVID vaccine together or do them separately?
What I would say to parents is that they really need to do what's best for their family and their children. It would be safe and effective for their child to receive both of the vaccines at the same time. We have a little bit of controlled trial data to demonstrate that in adults, and we do now have a month of experience in older individuals giving them COVID boosters, for example, and flu shots at the same time, and that's been able to be done very safely. So I also would rely on the historical knowledge that for decades, children have been receiving multiple vaccines at the same time safely and effectively. That's been part of the routine immunization plan for children for decades now. So I would have families just think about that. If they think their child, this would work for them, there is a good chance they would get each shot in a different arm, so think about that as well. But if it saves them a trip to a vaccine clinic, it's really difficult for them to get in for those vaccines or get to the pediatrician's office for this. It is absolutely something they could consider.
Yeah, and you only need to bribe your child once. Thank you, Dr. Kristen Moffitt, as always.